like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Angle's a little bit different. Here's your review of WWE Raw, the week commencing the 17th of March. So it starts with Jey Uso coming out, basically calls out the Bloodline and Jimmy Uso. Then Jimmy Uso appears out the crowd. Jimmy Uso turns up. He has Solo with him, but Solo doesn't do anything. Solo sort of leaves him to it. And then them two go back and forth. Jimmy basically says to Jey that everything you have is because of him, and he's the reason why he's got anything or been the longest reigning tag team championships, etc., etc. Then Jey Uso basically says, I want you at WrestleMania. Then they start brawling. Then we go into a qualifying match for the WrestleMania 6-man ladder match, six-pack team ladder match. It's DIY versus Creed Bros in a great match. Go and watch it. This was a really good match. Go and watch it. Honestly, it was a really good match. But in the end, DIY get the victory list. Then they main event, well, they attend their first WrestleMania. Then we have the Judgment Day talking to Andrade, talking about taking him on board. If he impresses, then they'll take him on board, and then see what happens, really. And if he does well, then they'll see what happens. And then Dom's been told to face Ricochet, so we'll see if he can get the job done. Then we have Candice and Indy versus Kaden and Kata, or Kaden and Katana, my bad. But in the end, Candice gets the victory. I think Candice is turning slightly heelish. Then Cody Rhodes comes out. Whoa! Cody calls out The Rock, basically saying he's a heel. Calls him out a heel term. I don't know, or heel is basically a bad guy in wrestling, inside a word. And then he says basically, Rock whines and he cries all the time, and he doesn't know his mum. Don't talk about Cody's mum, because he doesn't know Cody's mum, basically, and he's not scared, and she's not scared of The Rock. Then Paul Heyman comes out and basically says Roman Reigns wants Cody on SmackDown, but he wants him to come alone. So we'll see if he does. Then we have Ricochet versus Dominic Mysterio in a decent match, but in the end, Ricochet gets the victory. So you know Dominic's going to get called out by the Judgment Day. Then we have Sami Zayn. He has a contract signing with... in fact, before we get to that, my bad, Sami Zayn runs into Chad Gable, I should say. He gets a bit frosty because Chad Gable obviously wanted to go to WrestleMania to face Gunther and get his win back and do it for his daughter, but it gets a bit frosty. Them two have a back and forth. Chad Gable's clearly not happy. Then we have Gunther and Sami Zayn come out for the contract signing. Basically, Sami Zayn says no one believes in him, but he will put it out no matter what people say. Gunther says, keep on dreaming, your dreams will become reality and you will lose. So we will see. That's going to be a great match. Then we have The Miz and R-Truth versus Indashir. Haven't seen much of Indashir recently, but in a great match. But in the end, shockingly, The Miz and R-Truth get the victory. So yeah, it's great. Then we have Chad again saying to Sami Zayn needs to change his mentality if he wants to beat Gunther. So we'll see if he can change it. Then it's noted that CM Punk is on the way back, is on the mend, and he'll be back soon. Then we got Drew McIntyre. He comes out. So does Seth Rollins. They basically just go back and forth. I don't think they've got much to talk about now, because it's all set now. Let's let them fight. But Drew basically says priorities. Seth's got his priorities all wrong. Seth's obviously he loves the spotlight. Seth says he's a junkie for the spotlight, but Seth doesn't think Drew's that good. So we'll see. Then we have the Alpha Academy versus the New Day. Winner goes to WrestleMania, and in the end, the New Day get the victory. Then in the main event, it's Nia Jax versus Becky Lynch in the last woman standing match. Really good match. Go and watch it if you haven't seen it. It was a really good match. But in the end, Becky put Nia through a table and gets the victory. So like, subscribe, and leave a comment.